you just now seeing the countdown?
I didn't even see it. It didn't even show up for me. All right, let me just rename this real quick. We'll call it P5. Save. All right.
Get a little hazy IPA in there.
In 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, a very Merry Christmas from the Anything is Possible fam. Wishing you guys the happiest holidays, and for a little gift for you guys, a little Christmas treat. Dave is going to start us out by singing Silent Night. Dave, take it away.
This was not planned or prepared. Silent night, silent night, holy night.
Yeah, holy night.
All is calm, all is calm.
It's beautiful.
There you go. That's all I got for you.
We're
Just
wishing
starting
you
it off.
guys locks underneath the Christmas tree this year. We got a great game lined up for Christmas Day. Lots of games throughout the weekend. Dave, why don't you give us a quick rundown? I know I'm staying hot on my fade train. Why don't you give us a quick recap, and then we'll get into
All
some
right.
picks here.
Yep. So we'll start with you, Chris, since you're staying hot on the fade train. Last week, you went 1 for 3 on your picks, which means you went 2 for 3 if you're fading Chris.
Sure.
And overall, that means that if you're fading Chris, you're 9 for your last 10, which is wow.
That's pretty good, folks.
So far over the last 5 weeks that we've been doing this, 4 or 5 weeks, you are 4-11, which puts you at a 26.7% hit rate or
Dang.
a 73.3 fade rate, which is nice. Adam, last week you had your first bite of
The first L.
Yep, you did. Adam's absolute lock did not hit last week. You had a 3-leg parlay that went 0 for 3.
Yep.
So even if you didn't parlay it, if you would have faded it completely, then you would have hit. But
If you're going to fail big.
Yeah, and really on that pick specifically, Soboslai just didn't have it all game.
No,
he just did not have
it was
the touch. He just
brutal.
wasn't in the right spots. He just wasn't feeding the rock. If anything, I would have felt better with a solid goal, similar to your last picks, because he actually had a couple opportunities, but yeah, it just wasn't there.
It just didn't hit.
Shame.
So, but overall, you're still hitting at a 66.7%
Bang,
rate.
bang,
That
bang.
puts you exactly 2/3, which is great. And then last week, after going 4 for 4 for my last 4 picks, last week I went 1 and 3 as well. All bad. Chris, just to remind everybody, me and you both went with Giants plus 5.5. We were riding the DeVito train, and we
Tommy
both
Cutlets.
did not hit. So that puts me at 7 and 8 overall and a 46.7% hit rate. Or if you're fading me, 53.3%, which is above half, obviously.
Yeah, how about that Cowboys money line pick though? Give me some props for that. Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
I guess I was both ends of the spectrum though, because the Lions pick is essentially the opposite of that Cowboys pick that I had. So
yeah,
I'm just trying to find some consistency, guys, for you guys. I think
absolutely.
Either if it's the fade or if it's the ride, I'm just trying to find you guys, a decent consistency number, and I think we're at least working towards that. So
yeah, no, for sure. But I mean, the Cowboys got absolutely just annihilated. That wasn't great.
Yep.
So if the Eagles win out, or if the Cowboys win out, they lock a number 1 seed, right? They both need the other team to stumble once in their next 3 games, correct?
To just win the NFC East or be number 1 seed overall? Because I feel like
it's for the 49ers are the number 1 seed overall.
I was gonna say I feel like they would need to slip up out of the 49ers. Are they all 3 lost teams, or are the Eagles 4 lost now?
The Eagles
might be 4, yeah.
Are Cowboys?
Cowboys might be 3. I think they're 4.
The Eagles and the Cowboys are both 10 and 4.
10 and 4.
Okay. That's what I thought.
But the Eagles have lost 3 in a row, which is
Concerning.
Sliding.
And the
Concerning.
49ers are 11-3.
Yep. So the 49ers, they need the 49ers to slip up, and then they went out, each of them, and then they obviously need each other to lose. So
Yep.
Have either of you guys seen the thing about the Super Bowl logos?
No. The colors?
So the last 3 years, the colors have
Sam
represented
was
the
telling me
teams.
about this. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
last 3 years, the colors have represented the teams that make it into the Super Bowl, and typically the bottom color team has always won. So I went ahead and put a future in on the Ravens winning the Super Bowl real quick.
What are the
purple-
What are
colors?
the colors?
It's
Yeah.
So I'm
purple
going to
and-
say clearly
pur-
purple.
Purple and green.
Purple
So
and green.
Eagles, Ravens.
Ravens. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And then
I mean, I
Okay.
could see it. I could see it.
Interesting though
The
that there's even
script
some kind of,
writers.
hey, we're just looking for anything we can find out there, right? Any type of little
Mhm.
advantage we could get, we'll take it. So
Run with
I
it.
threw a quick future on that. It probably won't even happen, but I'd be
I like
kicking
that.
myself if it did happen and I didn't take
Yep.
it, right?
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
gotta throw that out there. But anyway, Adam, start us off.
Absolute lock.
Yep. So we're coming back. I know it was a rough week, but I'm gonna hit you guys with an absolute lock this week. So we're coming back to this side of the pond. We had fun with the Premier League there for a little bit. A new bet on a sport that I haven't bet on yet. So I am a Los Angeles Chargers fan. For those who don't know, couldn't be more happy about the fact that both GM Telesco and head coach Brandon Staley got fired, but the Chargers right now are an absolute dumpster fire. So on Saturday Night Football, I'm taking the Buffalo Bills 11.5. They're going to cover. They are going to wipe the floor with your Los Angeles Football Chargers.
What's that line?
11.5.
Favorite or underdog?
They are dog.
Home or away?
The Chargers are dog. Bills are favorite. I am taking the
Okay.
Bills. I am taking the
Holy
Bills
cow.
to beat the Chargers by 12 or more points.
Yeah. Are they at
Oh.
home or away?
The Chargers are at home
Yeah,
Okay.
it's at in LA.
in
Wow.
LA, which
That's a big line.
the Chargers playing in SoFi is really never even really a home game.
No, nobody playing at SoFi is a home game. But
No.
that's a humongous line. I like it because I think that the Bills are substantially better than the Chargers. I don't disagree with the pick. But
I mean-
a line of 11 is steep.
I mean,
they
you
just
look
did
at
it against the Cowboys this week.
and you
Who
look
did?
at Thursday night
Bills.
the Bills, and you look at
Oh, yeah.
Thursday night football this last week, the Raiders, after coming off scoring 0 points against the Minnesota Vikings, dropped 63 on the Chargers.
Yeah.
The Raiders. The
Yep.
Bills, especially Justin Herbert's out. I don't see why they would bring Keenan Allen back at this point. You just want to get a better draft pick. You don't want to you don't want him to get hurt anymore. You have nothing to play for. I doubt he's going to play. So you have your backup quarterback with your only good receiver out. The defense can't stop the run, can't stop the pass. Bills are going to do whatever they want with the Chargers, and it's just going to be a good tune-up game for them to get them back into those contender
Got it.
spot playoff
There you go.
spirits.
Like I said, I like it. Just the line freaks me out, but I
mean,
like
those big lines are always scary, but I
Yep.
mean,
No,
if
I
the
like
shoe
Weird line,
fits,
too.
Dave, if the
It's a
shoe
weird
fits,
line. Because would
If
you
the
take him?
shoe
Would you take him at
fits.
minus 13?
sure.
Maybe a little
You would.
alternate line
Oh,
play
you
there.
could get an alternate line. Get a
Yeah,
little more
we'll
money.
Think about it. We'll think about
Yep.
it. All right,
right.
Dave, hit us up.
Yep. So my first pick. So it's been a couple weeks since I've bet on college football, and we're in the middle of bowl season right now. I'm shocked I haven't really touched this a little bit more, but I'm looking Saturday bowl game for my first pick, and I've ridden with this team before, and I'm riding with them again. James Madison, ranked number 24 at 11-1, is playing Air Force in the Armed Forces Bowl on Saturday at 2:30. And I know that the bowl game is named for Air Force to win, but Air Force is 8-4, and honestly, slap in the face to James Madison to get lined up against an 8-4 team that's also not in a major conference. I'm taking James Madison, and the line is only at 2. So James
Oh.
Madison -2. I'm riding that all day long. All day long.
Dave, where
How'd
did you
James
go to
Madison
med
work
s-
for you last time?
It
How'd
was
James Madison work
beautiful.
for you last time?
It was surgical.
I believe it was surgical.
It was unbelievable. It was such a good pick. That's why I was asking, where'd you go to medical school?
Exactly.
Because this is surgery right here. This is surgery.
Yep. -2 is that's from BetMGM and from ESPN Bets, if that's what you're into. I didn't find it on DraftKings yet or FanDuel, but BetMGM is usually pretty reliable, and ESPN Bets is always in line with everybody. I think they just, since they're a new betting company, I think they just combine everyone's lines and throw it into an average.
All right.
So, yeah, I'm taking that.
I thought you took James Madison in their only loss, but was it the line and it worked for you? Is that what ended up happening?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, see, I thought it was a blowout. I thought they crushed them.
No, that was the
you're
Oklahoma.
thinking of Oklahoma BYU line, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was plus 24.5, and I rode with BYU against Oklahoma, who was ranked in the top, and BYU was trash. I hit that.
See, I feel like you took James Madison to like wipe the floor with Appalachian
State, and I took the L.
Yeah.
I appreciate you pumping my tires, Chris, but you were wrong. I was not surgical.
That's just my intuition is telling me that this one is going to be surgical. So that's
there you go. There you go.
I'm up here.
I just got to keep
these
everyone
guys
grounded
twice,
here.
and they've let me down twice so far.
Third time's a charm, baby.
Third time might be the charm here. Listen, I don't think there's anything to write home about against the Packers right now. Like, they're not the entree on the plate right now. They're a side dish. But sometimes the side dishes can come in for the win. And when we're up against the Panthers at -5, I think I just got to give them the trust. I'm going to take Packers -5 at the Panthers. Over under 36.5. I'm just going to go Packers -5.
I feel
I'm just going to trust it.
Good pick.
Yeah, I trust that. It's either going to be the best ride of your life or it's going to be the worst ride of your life.
And we have to think, if you had to pick one NFL team that was kind of a synonymous Christmas-y team, what would you say? Probably Bills or Packers, right?
Christmassy team?
I don't know. Is there any consistency with who plays on Christmas? The only
Usually
one I can
they don't play on Christmas.
The
Usually
only
the NBA
general vibes. Like
the Boston Celtics. They play on Christmas every year. I would say the Bills or maybe the Giants or the Jets. I feel like that's given me
the only Christmas vibe I get is the Saints, just because it was like Kamara had like 6 touchdowns on Christmas Eve like a year or two ago.
Game. God, that was cool.
Chris, I said the Boston Celtics
on your fantasy team that week. Woo!
Chris, I said the Boston Celtics, and you literally looked disgusted.
Yeah, we're talking about basketball right here. What are you talking about?
I go the Boston Celtics, and you go. That was good.
Although
that
I did see a Larry Bird highlight clip the other day, and that guy was sick with it, dude. That guy was he was sick with it.
Shout out, white boys.
Yeah, I love
some
that.
of them. All right, back around to Dave.
So, and I'm taking it back a day also because you went to a Sunday game, and I'm sticking on Saturday, but I'm sticking on Saturday with a sport that we have not bet on this show, on this program, and I'm going with the NHL, and I'm going homer bet all day long. I am taking the Blues money line at home against the Chicago Blackhawks on Saturday night.
That's terrifying.
Now, the Blues had a terrible loss. What night is it? Yeah, what night of the week is it? When's that due? Tuesday? Bad loss, and they got to play another game in Florida before the week's end, before they play this game, and I don't know what that'll happen there, but the Blackhawks are trash. They're 9-20. The Blues are 500 right now. New coach. I think the Blues, safe money line bet. Not safe, but I feel good about it. Saturday night hockey on ESPN.
Love it. A little hometown pride is never a bad thing.
Nope.
All right. Little backstory on this pick.
Give it to me.
I was up 3 points in the fantasy football playoffs towards the end of the Seahawks
Eagles
game. And I really thought I had a chance. I had Lockett. My opponent had Jackson Smith and
In
Yep.
Jigba.
Njigba.
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 Yeah, watch yourself on that one.
And Kenneth Walker. And I really thought I was going to get it. And then I saw that one-on-one matchup on the top of the screen, and I was like, this is going to him. This is the end of my fantasy football season. It's over. That's exactly what happened. Unbelievable catch. I still think he might have been a little bit out of bounds.
Yeah, I've seen the rumors.
Yeah.
Seen the
Or
clips.
I also don't think that interception was in. Either
That
way,
definitely didn't.
That's the one. That's the one. My bad. That's the one.
Either way, the Seahawks have been hot, and there was a lot of typical Pete Carroll coaching decisions going on. The late quarterback decision, that's typical Pete Carroll, right? Like,
Yep. Just
try and get
typical
that
Pete
little
antics,
just
little mind game
playing
advantage.
the game, little mind game advantage,
Yeah.
like, make Drew Lock
Playing
really
chestnut checkers
question
out
it.
there.
Of course, it's Drew Lock, the Mizzou quarterback, who just put me into the misery state. But with all that said, I do think the
Securing that
Seahawks have
bag.
a little something cooking here. Even if Geno Smith is not back, Drew Lock did prove himself a little bit. The Titans, Seahawks at Titans. I'm going to take Seahawks minus 2.5 here. That's a Sunday
I like
game
that.
at noon. So I got 2 noon games for you so far. Seahawks minus 2.5 at Titans. I'm going to ride with that.
Love it.
that.
Love it.
All right. So my last bet this week is going back to the NFL, Christmas night. I'm going to go with that Ravens and San Francisco 49ers game.
Yeah,
Ooh.
what a treat.
And it is a treat. And I feel like that's going to be a hell of a game. Both teams 11-3, I believe,
Yep.
is what I saw.
Yep.
And the line, it's at San Francisco. So San Francisco is going to get those -3 automatically from that.
Sure.
But they're giving them an extra 2.5. So the line right now is 49ers -5.5. I feel like the Ravens are a good team. I feel like that's not going to happen. I'm going Ravens +5.5 at San Francisco this week.
Okay.
I like the Ravens. I think they're a good team.
I like the
And I
points
think
there
they
too.
can. Yep. So 5.5, I feel like is a good
What's
line.
the over under on that game? Do you happen to have that handy?
I don't have that handy, but I'm going to get it very quickly for you.
Because I'll just say right off the bat, I don't even need to know what the number is. That I'll probably ride the under on that as a little bonus pick because I just feel like whenever there's these big hyped up games that everybody's talking about, everybody's excited to, it always ends up being not that exciting of a game. So I think the under is a pretty good choice on that.
Yeah. So the total is 46 right now.
46.
Ooh.
Yep.
When healthy, that 49ers offense is just, they're going to put up some points.
The Eagles.
I don't know about the
The
over-under.
Eagles make you throw it though, right? They're a run
Ravens.
heavy.
The Ravens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's Ravens and 49ers.
My gut just
They're
tells
just
me
a
to take
solid
the under on
defense.
that, so I'm just going to take the under on that. That's
40,
just
I'm not touching the over under personally. I don't. I think you got a good pick there. That's fine. But I do like that line.
Yep. All right.
I like that
Great.
line.
Will be
And
interesting.
I love having that Christmas Day pick on the card too. All right, my last pick. I have given up. I have abandoned all hope on the Chiefs wide receivers. I'm out on them, and I don't think that offense functions without good wide receivers. I'm taking the Raiders +10 Monday Night Football at the Chiefs. I just don't believe in the Chiefs anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you, but I do think the Chiefs are still a good team. But I don't. I mean, that's not a bad pick. What is it? What is it? Raiders +10.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The Raiders they killed the Chargers.
LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. By a lot.
They've scored 63 points in their last 2 weeks, and in one of those games they scored 0.
Yeah.
That's what you call boom and bust.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The Chiefs defense, they're kind of starting to break down a little bit. I feel they were a really strong defensive unit at the beginning of the year. They're still very good, but now you need more out of their, like earlier in the game, I feel like their defense was stealing them some wins, where now the offense is the defense isn't stealing them wins anymore. They're playing good enough to obviously give the offense a chance. And just unfortunately, when it comes down to them making a play right now, I have all the faith in the world possible for Mahomes to make the pass, but
Yeah,
who
of
on the other
course.
side is going to make the catch?
Right.
Yep.
It's just,
Exactly.
and they've just been letting him down left and right, and then that makes it harder for him to trust them, and
Yep.
especially in critical situations,
Then
third
he
downs,
starts
things
feeling
like
like he
that.
has to be perfect. That throw
Right.
that
Yep.
It's
into
just
an
not it's
interception
not the
because he's trying to
recipe
be too
for
accurate. Yep.
right. It's just not the Chiefs team that was really successful. It's just not them anymore. Like I think they can be successful, and I think they're so good at coming up with schemes and gaming offenses.
And that's
But
all Andy Reid. Yeah.
but
Yep.
that can
They're
only carry you so far, and you need that dynamic team that can pull off crazy things when it matters, and when you get kind of behind the script. And I think that element of that team is gone to some extent, and that's why I'm picking the Raiders plus 10. All right,
There you go.
that recaps us. I want you each to recap your picks for me, and then as another little added Christmas bonus, I want you to give me your prediction for the Super Bowl winner this year. Right now,
Ooh.
early
Adam.
predictions.
Adam, you go first.
So I will go first. Is it just Super Bowl winner, or do I need matchup
No,
and
I
winner?
just want the winner. I just want the
Just
winner.
winner? Okay,
Yep.
I'm going to go. So my pick this week was the Bills over the Chargers, lines 11.5. I think the Bills will beat the Chargers by 12 or more. So Bills to beat that spread. And then my Super Bowl winner, I'm going to go San Francisco 49ers. I think this is the year. With them, it does seem to be that they have to be fully healthy. So it's banking on final 3 games here and the entirety of the playoffs coming in healthy. But when that offense is right, I just don't think anyone can beat them right now.
Yeah, I love that.
I like
pick.
that.
Okay.
I like that.
Dave?
All right. My 3 picks this week, 3 different sports. I'm going Saturday college football, Armed Forces Bowl, James Madison -2 versus Air Force. Little Saturday night hockey, Blackhawks at Blues. I'm going Blues money line. And then the Christmas Day football matchup between the Ravens and 49ers. I'm going Ravens plus 5.5 in San Francisco. And then I'm going to ride with this is a biased pick because I am a Dolphins fan, but I love the Dolphins, and I'm taking the Dolphins offense. I think they're like 3rd favorite in Vegas right now, behind the 49ers and the Ravens, I think. But I'm gonna ride with the Dolphins. I like the Dolphins. That offense is explosive.
Yep, I love that. All right, so to recap, I have 2 Sunday morning picks on the noon slate. I got Packers -5.5 at the Panthers. I got Seahawks -2.5 at the Titans. And then Monday night, I have Raiders +10 at the Chiefs. I'm also going to take that under on the Ravens 49ers game. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm taking the under on that. It's a little bonus pick. And then my Super Bowl pick, I just think it's Lamar's time. I think it's the Ravens. I already got that future out. I'm going to go Ravens.
Love it.
How about that? And
Love
all
3
three of
different
us
picks
picked
for the boys here.
3 different picks, and it's the top 3 favorites right now. So
Well,
as it currently stands.
Doing something
Which
right.
tells us that
One
it
of them's
probably
gotta
won't be either
close.
of those teams. It'll
No,
be
one
like
of them's gonna at
the
least make it.
Seahawks are going to win or something. It'll be dumb.
God,
Yep,
if the
I agree.
Seahawks won, that would be electric, though.
That would
be
be
a big fan of
electric,
that.
though.
And Drew Lock's going to lead them to the promised land.
Oh,
Wow.
who would have thought?
He's going to
Great-
get that back.
Great team of guys, and I'm just so lucky. I'm just so lucky to be able to play in another football game one more time in my life.
For another day, athletes crying like crazy these days.
And I'm just
I
so
mean,
glad
at the
that
drop of a hat.
I'm just so glad that I could ruin
They're
Christian
soft.
Blonsky's
Not
fantasy
my
football
leader.
hopes.
I'm sure.
All right, folks.
I'm sure. Collinsworth. Is that who? No, not Collinsworth.
Collinsworth.
No.
Cowherd.
Who's Coward?
Oh,
I'm sure he'll do an entire segment of QBs crying and why he doesn't want that QB as his leader of his
Yep.
men.
Yep.
They cry and put a hat on backwards. They can't lead my football team.
That's unbelievable.
All right,
All right.
gentlemen. Anything is possible. Follow your dreams. Stay close with your friends. What is it? What's
Merry
the saying?
Chrysler.
New friends are like silver. Old friends are like gold. Something like that.
Sure.
Who
And
knows?
we're here to win that gold.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Chrysler. That's anything possible. Dave, sing us out.
Anything is possible. Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Anything's
Yeah.
All right, see you guys.
I didn't know the next line.
I came in there for you for the save.